Hello folks, welcome along. We are here with WWR and we're here for the round 12 season 6 race here in Abu Dhabi. We've already got a couple of folks in the chat, so we've got AJLS saying hello, nice to see you back. How's everything going? It's going good. And nice to have a home race. Unfortunately, don't think the setup is feeling happy. Hopefully the setup is all good. So we've got ARL, so hopefully all goes well for their home race. Got to pay Prima Special Abu Dhabi helmet helps. Let's see if we could get a good peek at that. Hope the cameramen are on point here. We've got Aston saying, yo, welcome along Aston, good to have you along. Oh, we've got quite a few numbers in, welcome along everyone. ARL, let's see, there we go. So, got a few people just doing some intermediate runs on a dry track. Always funny seeing that. Let's see, can we get a good view of the helmet? It's always hard to see in these things considering it's just the top of the helmet that you usually only see. It's actually surprising when you see an actual helmet cam on YouTube, like you see like an actual point of view shot of what they actually see, and it's basically nothing, and you're like, how the hell could they see them curbs in the apex? It's just maddening, to be honest, sometimes. But here we go. We've got ARL just about to start their lap on this 5.281 kilometre or 3.281 mile long track that's got two DRS zones, and it's got 16 corners. And the tyres we're using are the softest of the bunch, the C5 soft, C4 mediums and the C3 hard compound tyres. Now we see ARL coming down into the hairpin of turn 5, getting back on the power nicely there. DRS wide open all the way down this straight, down into the chicane of turn 6 and 7. Just braking at the 100-metre board, getting that apex clipped in nicely on both 6 and 7, nice and smooth, getting back on the power, getting the traction underneath that Ferrari nicely. Now on their way down into turn 9, which did end up getting changed a few years ago. We'll say I do like the change. Used to just be, what was it, a triple chicane? It was, god awful. See the other Ferrari of Jake getting out of the way, pulling away off the track nicely there. Now under the hotel section, we've only got a couple of corners left to go. Final corner here, turn 16 to the line. Time to put on a 123.809, nicely done. So we've got Aston saying, who's the Scot today? I'm unsure. Trucker, sorry. Trucker is one of the Scots. I'm unsure if there's any others in right now, other than myself. But we're seeing other times coming in. There we go, Trucker putting in a P2 on the medium tyres. Nice time there. Only about 7/10 off of the lead there. Putting in a 124.695. Got Kadoy as well, 124.895. Dr. Braden off to the side, letting some drivers out past there. Nicely done there. Jay and Fast Thatcher's in 6th. And Bucko in 7th right now. Let's see who's going to be next up. We've got Sneaky Turtle just coming into the penultimate corner with a Red Bull up ahead. And that was Shoei there. We've got Sneaky Turtle putting into 7th place. So Shoei ended up in 10th there. Bucko in 11th. Hopefully they could get that time up. It's unfortunately invalidated, so both Alpines have it invalidated. We've got a Robbie Short there. It's Ginger. Alright there, bud. Nice to see you in here. Let's see, we've got Jake putting in a 126.430 on them intermediate tyres. Not too bad, not too far off Bucko there, only best 3/10 who were on them medium tyres. So we'll go further down, we'll see what is Ice One doing as they're coming under the hotel section. Always lovely to see that when it's all lit up nicely. Around the penultimate corner and into the final one. Let's see what time they're going to be able to put on the board. Where they're going to set P2, 124.047. ARL, looks like that Abu Dhabi special helmet is doing you decently up to now anyway, on the first round of qualifying laps. So we'll see if that is going to be the case. Hometown hero here. And that scarlet red Ferrari got a little bit of traffic up ahead, one of them being his teammate, who's going to slot in front and try and give that slipstream. Nicely done, nice teamwork there, moving out the way before turn 9 so that he could get through that corner nicely, but he may have some disrupted air from that Red Bull up ahead. Is that a Red Bull? No, actually, sorry, that's a RB. Is that Ice One? Nope, it's not Ice One, it's the other RB of J. So let's see, flat around there. Maybe J might have actually helped here. Let's see, going across the line, goes even quicker, 123.573, nicely done. And J putting in a 123.386. This is kind of like what we were seeing in qualifying earlier. Or this morning, should I say. It's because I ended up watching qualifying a bit late today. I ended up, unfortunately, not waking up for it. I was a bit annoyed at my alarm because it didn't go off. But yeah, so seeing both RBs up there, nicely done there. Godoy putting in a 123.885. It's the second person to get into the 123s. See, Lewis is still on them intermediate tyres, just running some practice it seems. Just want to waste the set of tyres because, well, we know that it's not going to be wet here. It's Abu Dhabi after all. I don't think in the history of Abu Dhabi has there ever been rain? I'm unsure. Anybody know that answer to that question? I would appreciate it because I don't think there has been at any official F1 timings anyway. Let's see, we've got Ash Tube just coming through 6 and 7 through that chicane quite nicely before getting to the second DRS zone. It's one of the few tracks as well, I think, that's not got a DRS on the start-finish straight. Well, let's see, Ash Tube coming through nicely, and you've got this complex bit where you are quite likely to lock up. We've got Godoy retiring in the pit lane, so not thinking that they could get much better, as it seems, or saving tyres. And I just remembered it's full qualifying this time, so that'll be why some of them went out on intermediates as well. I just remembered that, my god. Head is in the rear today. So let's see. Ash Tube still quite low right now. We've got Chuck here. Let's go board with Chuck in the Williams. It's actually quite surprising to see how well the Williams are doing this year, I will say. Hopefully Sainz could get some good results in. Oh, bit of a snap there mid-turn 7 there. Not very nice when that happens, and you do get that sudden snap. You try to correct and could end up over-correcting through turn 9 we go. Got a Red Bull there on the left-hand side, staying out the way nicely. That'd be the Red Bull of Shoei. So through 13 and 14 nicely under the hotel, into 15, flat out through that corner now. Now final corner to the line, 124.101. Could safely say that they'll be through into the next qualifying session. Night Flash, what are they going to do? Going to go into the 123s. Puts that Alpine into third place for now, so nice time from Night Flash, I will say. Let's see, we've got Shoei, who we just seen a few moments ago. Got that nice silver, kick silver livery style helmet there. And a Red Bull. Bit odd. But still, we'll see how they are going to do it. And I'm actually surprised at how well Jake is still sitting with that. Let's get the best tyre strategy up. So the Red Bulls and Buckle not really doing the best showing up to now. Hopefully they could bring it back, as Jake on the intermediates is still yet to set a dry weather run. So he could be definitely one to look out for in pole position in the next few moments later on in Q3. We've got Shoei right now that we're on board with, coming under the hotel section. See some of the crowd on the bridge overhead, sorry. Let's see, Shoei coming to the line. It's going to be a 125.284. Does go quicker than Jake. Jake could have to end up coming out, it seems. So welcome along all those who are watching. If you're new to the channel, please leave a sub if you enjoy this style of content. And if you enjoy the video, leave a like. It always helps me out and lets me know what you guys are enjoying. So we've got Trucker, who's retired from the session. That is in the pit lane, so that's not going to cause any fuss on the track. Lewis right now we're on board with is on a flying lap, still yet to put in a competitive time. Did set first lap on the intermediates, now on the medium tyres. Coming to the line, it's going to be a 124 flat. Just puts him in between Ice One and Chuck in 5th place. Nice time there from Lewis. We'll go down, let's see, Dr. Braden. Any guys on here that are using controller? There is a few. I think Jay is one of them. I could be wrong, but I could just take this away and then have a look at the steering, and then you could see. Seems Dr. Braden is on a wheel, it seems, so you can see it's a lot smoother. Getting around turn 12 there nicely into 13 and 14. Being a bit careful on the throttle, it seems. Coming to the line, let's see what the silver of Dr. Braden can do. Goes 7th, 124.207. Nice time there. We'll see Sneaky Turtle. Seems like they're not bad, as it's harder with a controller. There is some nuances, I will say. There is some cases where I will say being on a wheel is easier, and on other times it is a bit harder sometimes. Like, it just depends on how your settings are really and how well you are, but essentially being on a steering wheel is a lot better, especially on tyres, as I did notice that when I got a wheel, and yeah, my tyres were lasting a lot longer instead of having the tarmac sawing the rubber off them, so a lot better in that regard. Those Thatchers, we'll see if they're on a lap. We'll be able to see it easier here. There we go. Get that statistics up. So give him a shot at Midwheel. I would, but Midwheel is absolutely, well, I wouldn't say absolutely buggered right now. It's a bit buggered. I noticed it when I was on, I think it was the last game when I last played, and it was the wheel was like going on the left, turning to the left at a low low speed, and it would just start crunching as I'm turning, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Lewis, 123.510. Not needed, but he gets up there anyway. Gets that fastest lap in Q1. Got Thatcher's 125.112, puts that into 12th position. Now, we'll stay on board with Jake right now. Let's see how well they're going to do. We'll see actually the hotel section all lit up. We'll see if we get a good view and a few moments from the, I think that's a Williams. Just coming around turn 9 there, but now around Jake, there we go. See, I did say it. 122.847. Jeezy peeps. So you see the Abu Dhabi hotel section all lit up, looks absolutely lovely, I will say. In the night, Ash Tube's retired, so thinking they're going to be all good and safe in the top 15. We've got Dirty Zombie still in the pits and not coming out. Shoei is going to have to try and maybe cut a corner or two at the chicane coming up at turn 6-7 in order to get a lap in. It may be a bit of a tight squeeze. We'll see. Sneaky Turtle managing to get through and start a lap. We've got Buckle coming through to starting a lap. It seems, oh, they got into P14. They've still got enough battery to go and put in another lap. Could be doing a double warm-up lap. We'll see how they're going to do. Currently 125.156. Got 33% on their battery. That's not good, especially going into this straight here. On the soft tyre still, so that could help. Don't use that battery. Try and keep it, as it's going to end up running out as they go through probably the hotel section. If they keep it up, it's going to be a tough one. Oh, they're using overtake, just a little blip on it. Now, I think they're almost actually out of DRS deployment. Oh, bit of oversteer there going through turn 9. Had to end up making a mild correction to the steering there. Did lose a little bit of time, but they've unfortunately invalidated. So there we go. That is the also the checkered flag has fallen. Oh, boshing off the wall there. I don't want to be doing that. We've got is that a Sneaky Turtle there? Sneaky Turtle has actually retired on track. They are not going to be going through. So it all resides with Shoei right now. Are they going to be able to manage to get through into the second stage of qualifying? They need to improve on their time by just over a tenth and a half, and they could roughly just get in and no more. 125.284 is their time right now. We've got to be a 25.213. Can Shoei do it on their debut, coming into turn 13 and now into 14. Famous Latifi corner there. Into 15, he's actually going slower, and it doesn't seem that he was improving on his time, unfortunately. So P16 for Shoei. So there we have it, folks. That is the end of Q1. Just waiting for the driver of Shoei to get put back in the garage. There we go. Nicely done. And now we're moving on. We've got the final order here. So Jake putting in an absolutely splendid lap. 122.847. Second place there was Lewis, putting in the second fastest time. 123.510. So almost 7 tenths off. So Lewis and ARL bit off there, but hopefully they could improve on that. So then we've got Kadoy, Night Flash, Ice One, Chuck, Braden, Trucker. Then we've got Jay, Ashtube, Angry Davey, Thatcher's, Buckle, then Dirty Zombie, just managing to make it through. We've got Shui and Sneaky Turtle. They're going to be the ones that are not making any headway, and we'll be starting 16th and 17th come the race in about 30 minutes time. So they could just sit back and relax, give them time to get their zen sort of and get focused in for the race, as they're going to need to put in a good showing if they want to get some good points here. We've got all the data up, so we're just waiting on drivers coming out. ARL up. A few drivers still opting for the medium tyre. Actually, kind of never expect that. It's not a F1 2020 anymore, or whatever. I don't know when it was that stopped doing that, actually. I think it was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Was it 22 they stopped that, or 23? I remember because they used to, the fastest lap that you had done in Q2 would be the tyres that you started on. A lot of drivers opted for the medium tyre to start on most of the time, some even trying to get into the top 10 on a set of hard tyres. So it was always a bit more interesting, I will say, adding a bit more complexity, a bit more strategy into the mix. So anyone out there, anyone that see the how the Chinese Grand Prix is going at the moment this weekend? It's been quite an interesting one, to say the least. The tyre saving that was needed, the front left, being absolutely causing havoc on the degradation side. A lot of drivers complaining about the front tyres, front left, and especially with degradation and wear. Let's see, who was the first one? So we'll go on board with Lewis right now, coming into turn 1. They were first ones to start up, so we'll go on board with them. Let's see, in Alpine, coming through turn 3 and 4 now. Nicely does it into turn 5. Hopefully they could get the car rotated nicely. And it seems that they did. Nice and smooth there. Now DRS is wide open all the way down into turn 6. And then we've got the right hand turn of turn 7, braking just before that 100 metre board, hooking it up into that apex perfectly. Oh, just knocking that orange curb on the inside of the apex. Not very good, does like to unsettle the car. And that could have impacted their traction, getting back on the power. Coming out of turn 7, through turn 9 to go though, nicely does it. And you've got turn 10, 11, and 4, you're braking halfway through, going through turn 11 for turn 12. Reminiscence of Bahrain, turn 9 and 10. Through turn 15 to go, and 16. Nicely does it. Let's see what time is going to be the benchmark. It's going to be a 124.521. Let's see what ARL is going to be capable of. Oh, going extending right out there. Do end up putting in a 129.391. That's a double warm-up lap. But Trucker, the Flying Scot, goes P1 for the time being on soft tyres, a 124.228. So let's see who is still up to settle up. We've got, let's see, Dr. Braden. They're just finishing a lap, just coming through turn 12, just coming into sector 3. Oh, that was a close one there. Close encounter with the barrier there, I will say. Let's see how Dr. Braden is going to go. Slot that into fourth, 125.137. I suspect they're going to need to try and do better times than that. I think even Lewis and Trucker may have to do better times. Well, Lewis especially with that being a 24.5, but done a cool down lap, was running a bit extra fuel, it seems, since they're doing another lap. ARL, hometown hero, 123.553, nice time there from them. I think that's, they could just chill in the pits for now then. But there is always going to be that, having to be careful in case a load of drivers end up overtaking you. Going on to Chuck right now, just coming through turn 9. Nicely does it there. Coming through nicely there into turn 15 and 16. Pushing on as much as they can. Has used up all of their deployment battery. Goes P5, the 124.545. Nice time from them indeed. We've got a few drivers on out laps at the moment. We've got Bucko, Night Flash, Jake, Kadoy and Ice One all out on out laps now. So Jake fastest in Q1 and is now on their out lap right now. We'll go to Mercedes of Kadoy right now. See how they are going to do. We've got Alpine coming around the corner there. That's Night Flash. So let's see how Kadoy is going to fare now. We've got 8 minutes left in Q2. So, sorry about that, folks. I just underapplied to something there. Got Kadoy there on 13th and 14th there. Nicely does it. Still setting their time. We'll see what their first time is going to be. Is it going to be a 123? Nope, it's going to be a 124.099. Now we've got Jake, who's just coming through sector 3. Just got 2 more corners to go. They did end up going quickest in Q1. Let's see if they've got what it takes to carry that momentum through. 123 this time, 123.132. But we've got a Ferrari 1-2 right now in Q2. Not going to count for much right now, but it's going to be that they two can get through to the next stage of qualifying. We've got Night Flash who put in a 124.459. We're going to go down to Buck, who's unfortunately invalidated their lap time. We've got Angry Davey, the Williams man. And they're coming through turn 3. Where is Ice One? Ice One coming to the end of their lap. 124.280. Push them into 6th place. Nicely done from them. So let's go with Angry Davey for now. We'll see how he's going to do. Coming around turn 7 there, he was sawing at the wheel a wee bit there. Getting a bit of oversteer it seems. DRS wide open all the way down into turn 9. Is he going to hook it in nicely? Does quite well. Had to lift off the power there on the exit a little, as he was going to end up going wide. That's not going to be helping. Let's see, how is this Williams driver going to do? Going flat out through turn 15 there. Jake retired from the session, realises he's done enough. 12th place for Angry Davy. That's not going to be enough to get him into the third qualifying session. Dr. Brain not on a lap right now. See Lewis, they're going to be through as things stand right now, but we'll see if they could improve on their time. So Lewis running out quite nicely there under the hotel section. Turn 15 and 16 up now. Kadoy has retired. Their time seems to be good enough, they seem. 123.693. Nice time there from Lewis, slotting into P3. Angry Davy, are they on a lap still? No, I think they're going to be running out of fuel soon. Yep, they've actually... Oh, so Dirty Zombie trying to stay out of the way, but Angry Davy not realising that, unfortunately. I think they are on a slow lap, but they've got the hot lap on, which is it's because they're running low on fuel. Need to slog it out. Going back to the pits really is quite hard when you're on pretty much no fuel. These cars refuse to go over about 50 mile an hour, roughly, when you're running on fumes. Bit annoying when you're trying to get back to the pits, but these things do happen. We've got Thatcher's coming up to the end of their lap, currently sitting P15 right now, goes P12, 125.214. Oh, was that a Mercedes? It was just Buckle going slowly there. I think that was to allow Dr. Braden past today on a lap now. Nope, they did end up getting a P4, 124.084. Nice time from them. We'll go on board with Trucker and see how they're going to do. Coming through turn 1 nicely into turn 2 and 3. Nicely does it, being careful not to be too aggressive with the steering. Oh, got a bit too much on that curb there. That's not very good, but let's see if they could pull it back in the second half of this track. Coming down the back straight, you're going to be hammering on the brakes of that 100 metre board. Hooking it in nicely, being wary of that orange inside curb. It could definitely unsettle the car and could end up actually putting you into the wall. And it's very aggressive sometimes, especially in how low these cars run through turn 9. They going quite wide there, but still managing to keep it within track limits nicely there. Around 10, 11 and now down into 12. Tries to get it over to the right hand side as much as possible before going through turn 13 and 14 into 15 now. Full pelt. Used up all their deployment, unfortunately, but coming to the line, they're going to get into the 123s to do 123.771. Nice time from Trucker there. We've got Chuck right now, who's currently in the elimination zone. We're going to need to try and set a good time here. Going to need to improve by I would say roughly about half a second, maybe even. Judging by the way things are going, Godoy might be in for a tough one here. Could be very close even for them. So let's see, coming down into turn 6 and 7 nicely. I'm going to go further down and see. We've got Thatcher's just coming to finish a lap right now. Has improved on the time, not enough though. Not enough in order to. Sorry, they improved on their sector 3, their sector 2, sorry, but not enough to get an improvement in their time. We'll go back on board with Trucker into the pits and is retired, so not. Well, that was Chuck, sorry, we were on board with Chuck. Let's see how they're going to do. Currently sitting in 11th, 120. What the hell? Where the hell did that come from? Guys on crack, man. What the hell? Ashtube coming. So it was a 23.1 on the dot. An incredible time there. Ashtube managing to get into P3. 123.408. Godoy running that risk, and that risk has been unfortunate as the other guys have managed to get through. ARL, Ashtube, Jay, Night Flash, Jake, Chuck, Lewis, Trucker, Iceone and Braden, they will all be moving through to the next qualifying session. The ones who won't will be Godoy, Bucko, Dirty Zombie, Thatchers and Angry Davy, who will be finishing in their respective places. Iceone just coming into the pits now. They are done. Managed to get through into the next qualifying session. Nicely done. The lads, the ones that were there, they, if anyone does disconnect, yeah, they can get back in. But when all them names that were up there, some of them, like Godoy for instance, they have not, they've just retired from Q2. Well, at the time they just retired, they just quit in, I'll explain in a second. But right now we've got Chuck in first place, 123.1. Then we've got just behind that is Jake. Then Ashtube in third, fourth for ARLJ, in fifth, sixth for Night Flash. Then we've got Lewis, Trucker, and Iceone and Braden all be moving on to the next stage of qualifying. Then we've got Godoy, who's going to be starting in 11th. Then Bucko, 12th, 13th for Dirty Zombie, 14th for Thatchers, and Angry Davey will be starting in P15. So, what will happen is the guys that did end up retiring at the pits, they are still in the session, but they've just not, they weren't able to complete, go out again, since they'd already got out the car and got their helmet off, and that basically for the time. We don't need the tyre start up, that's just going to be all softs, but yeah, so if anyone does disconnect, if they manage to get an invite, they can get back into the lobby. It's a bit of a bugger when it's in the middle of the race, of course. Some people will be nice enough to find, to sacrifice a few seconds of their rest time to go and do that and get an invite out, but sometimes not exactly the case. If they are in a big massive battle, that is. So we're seeing a few drivers coming out, a couple of drivers. We've got, is that an Alpine? Yep, that's an Alpine just up the road. That's Lewis and ARL. So we've got a few drivers still yet to come out. Night Flash, Jake and Chuck. We've all still yet to make any movements. Might be just waiting until all these drivers come past before they do end up making any headway. That way they could get a clear track on their outlap, and that way they're not impeding any drivers at all. Let's see, ARL coming into turn 16. Starting their lap coming down into turn 1. Just a little blip on the brake, about 60 metres from the corner, hooking it in quite nicely. Flat out through turns 2, 3 and 4. Before you come up to the infamous turn 5. Nicely does it back on the power, and smooth as silk there. Nicely done from ARL going through turn 5. Let's see, going down into turn 6, braking right at that 100-metre board. Oh, a little bit squirrely on the brakes, trying to hook it in. Tried to, looked like to turned in that slight bit too early and realised just in the nick of time. Now on the run down into turn 9. Keeping it in nice and tight before coming out and not even touching that curb on the outside. Hooking it in as tight and as smooth as that. Nicely done. Through turn 12 into turn 13 and 14 under the hotel section. Nicely does it. Turn 15 and 16 now. 123.115. Nice time there from ARL. Could possibly be the pole position time, but we'll see. We've still got Jake who's on the out lap right now. We've had Jay put in a time, goes second, but for being dethroned by Astube just right after. So where's P4, P5 for Ice One. Jake just starting their lap. Thinks that trucker coming into the pits after invalidating their lap, unfortunately. Who's the next one up? It's going to be Night Flash coming through turn 9. Now it says that they've got a purple sector too, but we know how much it likes to lie in this game. It's not calibrated correctly. It does end up saying the personal best is purple for some reason. Bit annoying. But right now, Night Flash coming into the final corner. Let's see what time the Alpine is going to do. Getting a little bit shaky on the rear there. Does manage to put it in the P5 just behind their teammate. Although big difference between Lewis and Night Flash there, about 0.6 of a second there. We'll see how that is going to fare coming into the race. Chuck putting in a 124.518. Nice time from them. Got Jake, who's the next driver to set a lap, that is. Let's see how they are going to do. Currently, they were fastest in P1, second fastest were P1 in Q1, P2 in Q2. Let's see, they're going to keep that trend going, that pattern. Let's see, coming through the final corner. Guess not, 122.242. Absolutely smashing that time of their teammate. It could be possibly on to see a Ferrari 1-2. Interesting. Dr. Braden is going to be the next one up to settle up. Currently just on an out lap at the moment. Yeah, Jake is definitely insane. Unfortunately, Onsu, another driver who is insane, they're unfortunately not here at this moment. They unfortunately couldn't make it tonight, so it would have been better if Onsu was here and we could have had a bit more action with Jake, but I'm suspecting, judging by the times in qualifying as things stand right now, it looks like it could be a bit of a snooze fest for Jake, depending on how things go. Maybe Jake make an extra pit stop. What does chat think? Everyone agree? I think that would be fair. Extra pit stop for Jake. But right now we've got Dr. Braden in the silver just coming into turn number 5. Not hooking it into that apex as much as they wanted. I think they are on controller, it seems. So, as you were saying before, Robbie, about controller, I think it may be, yep. I think Dr. Braden is on controller. You can see how much rougher he is on the steering, so we'll remove all that. And we could see as they're going around the corners, there's a lot more rougher on steering. And it's kind of reminiscence of the old sort of Gran Turismo days where you were pressing, it was either full on 100% turning or it wasn't on at all, sort of using the D-pad to turn on the controller. That was the classic PS1 and PS2 days. Well, mind you, in PS2, I think that was when they started going to analog sticks as well in the latter half of PS1. But right now, Dr. Braden putting in a good time, 1:23.887. I think that's going to be their final time, since they've not got a fuel to go again. And that'll be them out of fuel. They'll have to get back into the pits. Whether they'll have enough time to get back out or not. They're forgetting the track layout there, going the old format there, it seemed. We'll go on with Ice One, who's the slowest as of yet, 1:24.765. Not managing to hook in a good time. We'll see if they can get this hooked up nicely. Into turn 5 they go. Nicely does it. We'll go on board with them right now as they open that DRS, and you can see in the mirrors the rear wing wide open. We'll go out there before slamming back shut as they hit on to the brakes. So let's see, nicely does it through 6 and 7. Through turn 9 they go, using that track on the exit quite nicely. Nicely through turns 13 and 14 they come. 2 corners left to go on this. How is Ice One going to be able to do? They're going to be able to improve on their 24.765 to do. They managed to go P6, improve by almost a second. Managing to slot that into P6 just slightly quicker than Dr. Braden. Nicely done. We've got Night Flash on an out lap. Same with Chuck on Night Flash. Just about to go onto their lap, so we'll go on board with them in the closing moments. So we go, we've got Night Flash there coming up to the final corner. Their time's a 1:24.191. Goes third, 1:23.302, just behind the Ferraris, just ahead of Ash Tube, who's just starting their lap now. We'll see how well they're going to do. We've got, is that Jake? No, but that next car was Jake. That's actually ARL. We've got the silver of Dr. Braden. Are they going to be able to get that time in quick enough? It seems that they may just be able to. So they got in with just about 6 seconds left, it seems. So nicely done from them. So Jake putting in, going even quicker, and insane time of 1:22.148. Oh me, that was insane. That guy's on some other level, I will say. Let's see who's going to be next up. We've got, is it Ash Tube coming across the line? Goes P3 at 123.715. Puts that into third place. We've got Jay, who's going to be the next one up, coming around the final corner and drifting it across the line almost. Not went any quicker on their time, unfortunately. Night Flash coming into the pits. Lewis on a lap has invalidated. We've got Dr. Braden, who just managed to make it through to start their lap, is coming to the line. Goes P8. Does improve on their time enough to move up a couple of positions, and ARL did improve on their time also. So well done to those there. Well done to the Ferrari team there. And getting that 1-2, that front row grid lockout there, nicely done from them. Absolutely stellar time there from Jake there, 1:22.148. We've got ARL in second, and the other Ferrari, we've got Ashtube in third, fourth for Chuck. We've got Night Flash in fifth, Jafe in sixth, seventh for Lewis, Dr. Braden in eighth, Trucker in ninth, and 10th for Ice One. That was a terrible final run, saying ARL. Well, you still managed to secure that P2 finish, so still quite good. All be made up in the race in a few moments' time. I think we'll have a 5-minute break before moving on to the race. So we're going to be going at 9 o'clock on the dot. A few minutes, folks. So, folks, welcome back. We're just getting underway now. Well, in the next few moments, we're going to be no formation lap. So AJLS is ARL, the other Ferrari. So they're currently qualified at P2 right now. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going into the race. Oh, here we go. We've got the race underway. Here we go. We've got all the lights up. 5 red lights, and we are away. We'll have a quick look. And there we go. Looks like Jake managed to get a good start there. ARL slotting in right behind us. Astube in third place, and Chuck in fourth. All the top 7 all sticking with each other. But it looks like Jay and Lewis, we've seen these two battling it out in the previous races. Let's see how it's going to go between the pair of them here. Oh, looks like that Alpine Lewis getting just a bit across there, and it looks like Night Flash has managed to make up that place, but Night Flash is going to go for it, and they are going to go up the outside, going into turn 6. Is it going to work out? Oh, cutting the nose off of Jay just a little. That's not going to be nice. And Jay certainly won't be happy about that. We'll see them coming back at them, looking for any which way that they can, going up into turn 9. But Night Flash looks like they managed to get that covered off. Kadoy is up 3 places from 11th place and up into 8th. Now, nicely done from them. They were just a bit unfortunate in that Q2 session to end up down into... to end up down in 11th place and not managing to make it through into Q3. Let's see, we're going to move further up. We've got Lotus who's right behind Jay now. Oh, what a bit of lag there from Lewis, it seems, so we need to keep an eye on that. Dr. Braden managed to get past Trucker. Trucker has left the session. Hopefully they could get back in. It seems if they've actually left the session. It doesn't seem to be, because usually the car is ghosting then. We'll keep an eye on this as they're coming into... Yep, it does seem... Is it? No? Nope, it seems like he is in, but it's a bit confusing sometimes. But it looks like Trucker managing to use that DRS anyway to get up past. And Trucker is AI, unfortunately. Hopefully he can get back in. That's a bit unfortunate there. So we're going to we'll move further up to the front here and see the top 7 are actually still in the same order all the way. Keeping on this view here, and we're seeing, oh, Trucker actually being slowed up by the pack there. Give me 2 seconds, I'll see if I can get him up. This is annoying sometimes because I've got so many people in here. No. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem that I've got them, unfortunately. Looks like Shui and Buckle were battling out there, going through turn 1. Buckle managing to get past and move up into 12th position. Unfortunately, Trucker's all the way down. Dr. Braden is into the pits. Early pit stop for them. In fact, one thing we've not even had a look at is... oh, Trucker's managed to get back in. That's awesome. Shoei's managed to get past Buckle, Lewis and Kadoy. They're battling it out, and Kadoy's managed to get up into 7th place. Jay managed to get past the other Alpine of Night Flash also to move up into 5th place. Nicely done for them. But looking at the tyre format right now, all the front runners are all on mediums, except from Kadoy who's on the hard. Dirty's all main Thatchers Angry Davy and Sneaky Turtle all on the hard compound tyres, everyone else on the mediums. Unsure what Dr. Braden started on, I'll have to go and check. In fact, we'll go and do that right now. So they started on the hards and went on to the mediums. So they've already made their switch. As you know that you need to make a switch in Formula 1 to in a dry race for two different tyre formats. You could either set on softs and the hards and the mediums and the softs, or the hards and the mediums. It doesn't matter as long as you put on two different tyre compounds in a dry race. If there's any bit of wet, that's fine. You just switch onto a wet tyre. Can't be helped. But looking on at Godoy, not managing to get the straight line speed to get past Night Flash, but has managed to get it to catch up to Jay here. Nicely done. Trucker having disconnection issues. It's a bit unfortunate. Hopefully they could get back in. Oh no, the DNF. That's a bit unfortunate. Probably had enough. So, a bit unfortunate there for Trucker. They're giving up, unfortunately. Jay getting back past Night Flash there nicely. I'm actually surprised that Jake has not pulled away into the distance yet. Oh, Night Flash going wide there, and that's allowed Godoy to get through there. And has that allowed Lewis past as well? Nicely done. Nicely done from Lewis and Godoy, taking advantage of that mistake from Night Flash. We'll see how that is going to affect them. They've got a bit of a clear air ahead of them now. Not very good when it's a sort of a DRS train sort of track sometimes. But oh, see Jay and Godoy battling out like crazy here. Let's see what's going to happen here. Is Godoy going to get the move done around the outside of Jay here? Jay on the inside going into turn 6. Is it going to be a switchback? Nope, it's just going to be straight up DRS it seems. Getting the move done before the DRS was even going to be able to be activated. Now see the Mercedes moving past. Is the Alpine going to be able to throw up the inside of Godoy? No, not getting close enough unfortunately. So Lewis getting up into 6th place. Jay moving down 2 positions, but unfortunate there. But Lewis has got the DRS again. We're on board Jay, and you can see this battle going ahead. Is the Alpine's going to attempt it around the outside here, taking it out really wide. Can he cut back in and get a good run all the way down into turn 12? They're going to be going around 10 and 11 side by side. On the inside is the Alpine, and it looks like Lewis has managed to get it done. But on the outside at turn 13 is the Mercedes coming back. This is an excellent battle. Jay has got an excellent view to this. And now is Jay going to attempt up the inside here at turn 15? He is. That's going to send Lewis a bit nervous there into turn 16. Jay getting a bit squirrely there, getting too much curb there, and settles back into 6th place. That was excellent battling from Godoy and Lewis there, and Jay getting an excellent view there and getting his nose in there at the end to try and get that 6th position off of Lewis there. Excellent battling from the pair of them. Now we're not expecting the Ferraris to be battling it out right now. So, Jay managing to get past Lewis there with the DRS. Getting a better exit from turn 5 than the Alpine did expect, it seems. Bit of a big gap there between Lewis and Jay. Let's see if Lewis could bring that back, as Godoy is on the hard tyres, so he should be pulling away in a few laps time when the medium tyres start falling off about lap 12 maybe. 3-second time penalty for Godoy. And I've got a couple other ones, Angry Davy and Ice One. So they've all ended up with exceeding track limit penalties. It's not very good when you do end up getting them, especially if there is a late safety car. That will really provide a hindrance to you with the pack being all bunched up again. happened to myself before. Fortunately enough, I was not on the receiving end, I was on the winning end, and actually moved up about 5 positions and that was at Circuit of Americas in Texas. But looking on right now, Godoy is doing quite well to try and stay in front on them hard tyres, managing to create just enough of a gap. But looking at Jay, sniffing down the inside, trying to see any vulnerability in that Mercedes. Oh, and Jay coming up the right-hand side of the Mercedes and did manage to find that weakness there. Just waited until the right moment. Show you getting a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Not very nice. That's definitely going to hinder them. You see, the battle right now is on for 4th right now. The top 4 are all just staying in their same positions they qualified in, it seems. Not a single shift at all, it seems, at the moment. But you know what, we'll switch with Chuck right now. I don't expect any movement between the Ferraris. Ooh, Chuck getting a little bit shaky there. And this is going to be quite close. Is Ashtube going to be able to get the DRS again? After this, it's going to be a bit of a tough call. Looks like he's managed to slip back into the DRS. We've got Godoy getting past Jay again. Oh, Jay's getting Godoy here. He's going to go to the right hand side. Yep, nicely done there, and go around the outside of turn 9. Nicely done. Now, this is what Chuck has been waiting for, the time where the McLaren has fell out of the DRS, and this could be Chuck's time to get that 3rd position off of the McLaren of Ashtube. Now we'll see. We'll sit with Chuck right now and see if he's going to be able to make any impact on this, as Ashtube won't have any of the DRS that the Ferraris ahead of them are benefiting from. Well, Jake isn't, but the other one is, of ARL. Looking though, Chuck managing to get past and up into 3rd place. Splendid work there from them. Being ever patient. Godoy and Jay swapping places again, and Godoy managing to get up into 5th place yet again. Ashtube coming back at the Williams. Moving up into 3rd place, nicely done. We're going to move back down to Godoy and Jay. And Jay not managing to get past Godoy just yet there, but we'll see that come back momentarily. We'll go further down and see Dirty Zombies on the back of Thatcher's right now. Not managing to make any headway up to now. Dr. Brain is catching, but not close enough to make any sort of move. Buckle going in a bit deep there on at turn 6. And oh! Almost thrown that right into the barrier there. So we're on lap 10 now. Jake has extended that, is still sitting just at that 1 second mark. I think he was just trying to make sure his teammate had that DRS constantly. So Chuck right up the tail there of Ashtube. Oh, getting a bit squirrely coming out of turn 6 there. That rear end shaking around trying to get the traction. We'll see as the Williams going to get close enough. Doesn't look like it. It's going to have to just be patient. Jay, however, are they going to be patient? Seems like they've got no option. Oh, Shoei, 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's a bit unfortunate. Don't want that to be happening, as that's going to end up hindering them in the terms of next time they go in for a pit stop, they'll end up having an extra 10-second pit stop. So the Ferraris still sticking quite close together. Seems Jake is doing the nice team thing and trying to score the team as much points as possible. Chuck, though, looks like they're trying to get that podium and to get that third place off of the McLaren, going up the inside at turn 6. Nicely done from them. But hold on just a moment, and Astube's going to have the DRS back again. He's going to try for that outside line, and it works. Gets up into third place there. Nicely done from them. But hold on, is Chuck coming back there with that inside line? No, not enough though. Godoy's sitting quite comfortable. It seems that the medium tyres may starting to be falling off a little. Oh, we're seeing our first few people into the pits. Chuck is going for an undercut here, it seems. So is Jay. Lewis is into the pits also. So could we see a good undercut here from Chuck? He's going to have to absolutely book it. We've got about a 20-second time loss for a pit stop. It's actually a bit longer than that, it seems, from after he's came out, so 32 seconds to 4 seconds. It's about a 28-second drop there, so we'll see how that is going to fare for them. Who's that? We've just seen a Dirty Zombie getting up past Thatcher's there. Nice overtake there. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. Who is that for? Is that for a Red Bull? Oh, it's Shoei. Shoei's retired on track. Definitely not very good. Jake into the pits here. The leading Ferrari taking priority here as Astube comes into the pits also. Definitely. Oh, that could have been a bit of a close one there. Managing to get in and get sorted just in time there. So nice pit stop there from Jake to not have any hindrance from the McLaren just behind that. Let's see, where is Chuck going to come out? Chuck's just coming through turn 3 and has actually managed to perform a nice little undercut. It's not enough to break a DRS, but it is enough to get back into what is now 4th. We'll soon go to 3rd when Godoy does end up making a pit. So ARL going to be one of the latest to pit, it seems, on the medium tyre. Angry Davey coming into the pits already. Got any front wing damage? Yep, they have, unfortunately. They must have spun out. Hopefully they could turn it around, and if we get a safety car, could end up getting back up and catch back up to the back of the pack. We've got ARL into the pits, one of the last drivers to make a pit stop. We've just got Kadoi, who inherits the lead of this race, and if we were to get a safety car now, they could end up on track for an actually good run here and could end up getting a good podium, possibly. We will soon find out. Right now, Chuck and Astube is the battle that is happening right now. Astube is in 4th position, Chuck in 5th. Chuck will have the DRS this time around. See the rear wing of that Williams pointing up to the sky there to reduce the drag as much as possible on the run down into turn 6. Who's going to be the one with the DRS? That is the question. It looks like it's going to be the McLaren here. He's going to take a stab back at the Williams as these are running up to turn 9. Around the outside it seems to go. And they've just managed to make that work there. Oh, bit of lag there. Can Chuck get back here with the lag? No, it doesn't seem to be. That was a close one, I will say. Definitely. We're going to go down to Jay and the Lewis right now. And I just missed out what was up at the bottom of the screen there. I think someone that has disconnected, unfortunately. Jake putting in the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Kadoi getting a 3-second time penalty, another one. But unfortunate there that we've got a bit of DJ Khaled going on in the lobby here. It's just another one, and another one. But unfortunate, but these things do end up happening. Some tracks are a bit more sensitive in that regards in terms of penalties and such. Other ones a bit more forgiving, I will say. But some tracks such as this, I'll say Circuit of Americas and Imola maybe, and Austria is another one, because that's just, you're going full pelt. But looking on right now, Jay getting past Lewis here in that Alpine, but Lewis is going to be able to take a jab back here. Who's going to end up with the DRS? Is Lewis got it? Lewis has got it, but now he's just slotting back in behind that RB and is going to try around the outside. Is he going to stick it around? Doesn't seem that he was far enough through, so he has to settle back into 7th place for now. Dr. Braden and Sneaky Turtle swapping places. So we'll go on board with Sneaky Turtle right now, see if he could take a stab back at Dr. Braden. Well, it looks like I think he may have been the person that's lagged out, unfortunately. That's a bit unfortunate. He's not got the DRS, he's not got any way to catch back up. We've got Jake, who's caught right up to the back of Kadoi here. 5 seconds to ARL. Nice gap that he's managed to create to his teammate there, who's sitting 2 seconds ahead of Astube in the McLaren. And there we go, Jake managing to get past Kadoi there. Kadoi will have the DRS back, but I don't think he will have be able to make any headway. Never got a good enough exit out of turn 7. We'll go down to Astube and Chuck here, who are battling out still for that, what is net 3rd position right now. As the two Ferraris are cooking right now. Got Thatchers and Dirty Zombie battling out. Dirty Zombie coming on the attack here to try and regain that 9th position, in which they do. Nicely done there. Extra few points for them. Jake putting in a 125.272, the fastest lap of the Grand Prix as things stand right now, and that's on the hard compound tyres. Move up to Jay and Lewis. Lewis is the victor right now. Currently sitting in 6th place between this little rivalry that these two have got going on. But right now what we'll do is we'll go up to Chuck, who is just up ahead. We'll see if he's going to be able to make any headway on the McLaren. Is he going to go for the move before turn 6? It looks like he is. He's going to try and go up the inside. And it looks like Jay is not leaving anything to chance after that either. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. That's a bit unusual. Is that Angry Davey moving out the way, it seems, I think? Is it? Unsure what happened there, but Astube managing to get back past Chuck. What about Lewis getting past Jay, getting past Lewis? No, Lewis getting past Jay. My mistake. Jeezy peeps. Heads in the rear. Yellow flags happening again. Seems also that's a Williams. It's Angry Davey coming into the pits. Cadoi coming in also. Getting them hard tyres off. Mediums are on. Thatcher's getting a 3-second time penalty. So, Jay taking a bit too much curb there at turn 6. Lewis now has managed to extend that gap just a little. Chuck currently sitting behind Astube right now. Be better. Yep, I think that would be the best protocol, doing that right now. It looks like he's actually done a bit more than that. Didn't even open the DRS. I think he's waiting until here to go for any sort of move. Could have went and opened it a little and just used none, but it seemed that that wasn't enough to keep him behind just yet. It's all about timing it right with this one. It's a bit pernickety because if you overtake before turn 6, as we've seen many times before, on the run up to turn 9, you're going to end up getting overtaken again just a few corners later due to the DRS effects, and you've still been quite close to the other car, so it's a bit unfortunate in that regard. We're on lap 19 now out of 29. Well, these drivers are just going on to lap 19, that is. I'm quite surprised we've not had a safety car at all, so kudos to the drivers. Chuck saying screw it this time and is just going for it. It looks like he's managed to make up that position, but Astube's going to come back and take that position right back. Unless Chuck is going to be defending, but then he's going to have to be using up all of that battery, which he's just done, and it's still not been enough. And that's what I'm saying, like the DRS effect here is a bit insane, with especially with how sometimes the amount of downforce that these guys are running at certain tracks, you know. So the higher the downforce, the more effect that the DRS is going to have. So at a sort of high downforce track, you would see DRS taking more of an effect. Monza, for instance, DRS is practically non-existent almost. Even when it does work, it still doesn't work to the fullest of what it could be. Like certain other tracks, like maybe Hungary, for example. Looking on at Jay, the Lewis though, to have been battling out quite fiercely all race. We've seen this all through the season up to now. Need to just battling out fiercely. And it looks like Jay is going to move up into 5th place. Chuck moving up into 3rd also. Jake has actually managed to pull right away. 7.3 seconds in the lead. Astube now taking back that 3rd position. It's all going to be on who could overtake who at the right moment between these two to claim that podium, and I think the same is going to be for Lewis and Jay also. Oh, and Chuck has managed to throw. I'm sorry, we missed that there. That must have been incredible. So Chuck managing to get up into third place there. Nicely done at turn 12. Not a place where you see many overtakes happening. So let's see, Astube, are they going to go for the move now? It looks like they are. Oh, wait a second, they're just holding off. Playing tactfully here. Lewis and Jay swapping places also. But they're playing a bit tactfully here, but this is the thing. He's just got the DRS from Sneaky Turtle. Whoa! Astube being a bit dangerous there. That was a bit dangerous, I will say. Almost shoving Sneaky Turtle into the wall. That was a bit dirty, I will say, for the McLaren. From the angle that I seen it at anyway, that things could be a bit different on board. But yeah, I mean, you've got to respect the back markers as well. They're trying to get out of the way. In fact, wait there, is Sneaky Turtle even a car? No, that's AI, so that's not as bad, but I will say that is definitely definitely one to be aware of in the future. Let's see if Chuck is going to be able to get past here. It looks like he is. We've got shitty camera angles again. Oh, and it looks like Astube's managed to get back past, getting the better line out of turn 7. But hold on, no one's got the DRS. The fudge? We see this happen very rarely in Formula 1. Well, on the game that is. That no one will get the DRS. It's not unusual. Lewis and Jade did just swap places there, so Lewis getting back past and up into 5th place. See, sitting on board with Chuck in the Williams right now. Sitting behind Astube to be battling out most of the race. Well, pretty much entirety of the race. Let's see how Chuck is going to do. Coming up the outside, taking a big jump there over the curb. Could have possibly picked up a warning for that, but unfortunate if that is the case. But these things do happen. Wrong lap 23 out of 29. Astube moving back up into 3rd place. Lewis and Jay swapping places yet again. We've got Thatcher, Dirty Zombie and Buckle all close to each other. Sit with them and see how things are going to go. Is Thatcher's going to be able to get this overtake? He's getting close enough. Oh, he just got a bit of traction loss on the exit as they were getting on the throttle, and that has slowed them down, getting the traction that they needed. So having to settle back down for now. We'll move further back up to the front of the pack just now. Astube and Chuck still sticking with it. Third and fourth right now. Jay getting past Lewis and moving up into fifth position. Let's see if Lewis could get back past Jay here. We've got the DRS wide open here as they're on their run down into turn 9. It looks like around the outside Lewis does go, taking that fifth position. Nicely done from them. Lap 25 here, folks. Everyone has made their pit stops except Sneaky Turtle, who's actually still on the hard compound tyres, sitting well back at the back, unfortunately. We'll go to position changes right now. So Lewis is up 2 places, Godoy up 4, 1 place for Ice One, Dirty Zombie and Thatcher's both up 3, same as Sneaky Turtle. Down 5 for Dr. Braden. It's a bit unfortunate for them not being there. Rest same with Night Flash, who did qualify P5. Let's see, Chuck, are they going to go for the move here? We could just see, yep, they've engaged that overtake button. K1 was available and he used it. Well, if he was a Ferrari, it would have been K1. Oh, no, looks like with all this battling, Godoy has managed to catch up to these two and could be looking at a 5th position here. We've got Chuck moving back down into 4th and Astube up into 3rd position again. Ferraris have been unbothered this whole race pretty much, and have just been sitting up there nicely in 1st and 2nd. So we'll say well done to them, definitely. Let's see, Chuck, how is he going to do against Astube here on lap 26? We've only got a few laps left to go. Older each tyre, so Chuck is on the slightly older tyres. Same with 14 laps, 13 laps for Astube, who is going to be coming out as the victor here. We're going to see a McLaren on the 3rd step, or we're going to see a Williams. That is the question. Oh, and Godoy getting up and trying to get past Lewis. Did get past Jay. Let's see how it's going to fare here against Lewis, though, going into turn 9. Astube getting back past Chuck here. Godoy looks like they're getting past Jay. Whoa, 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 what happened there? Lewis ended up hitting 10-second penalty for Jay. What even happened there? That was... I'm totally dumbfounded by that. I'm going to check chat and see if I could see anything about what even happened there. I totally missed that. That was... So it doesn't seem that anything has been put out just yet, but that was a wild there to say the least. But looking on at Astube and Chuck, still battling out here. So the battle right now is between Chuck and Ass Tube here for this third position. We're on lap 27. We're only going to get another run down the DRS zones 2 more times on lap 28, 29, which Jake has just started lap 28, just started the penultimate lap. So Buckle has been lapped. Yeah, okay. This has not been the best race for some of the drivers outside the top 10, but they've still done quite well. I'm going to go down to Chuck and Ash Tube right now, who's going to be walking away with the third place trophy, and who will be getting the participation medal. Let's see, we've only got 2 more laps to decide this. About less than 3 minutes left in the DRS zone. Is Chuck slotting in behind Ass Tube? Got Lewis. Oh, Chuck not going for that move just yet. It's just sticking behind. Taking too much curb there at that turn 7. Going over that orange sausage curb. But we'll see, Lewis has actually improved it and got up into 8th. Let's see if they can get back up and past Night Flash. It's going to be a tall order to close an 11-second gap in 2 laps. But we'll see how well they could close it. And they do have a penalty, which is a bit unfortunate, a 3-second time penalty. It's not going to hinder them further back, but Jay is actually going to lose that 7th place, it seems. That 6th place moved down into 7th. If Lewis could catch up enough, then he could maybe even get that position off of Jay as well. But very tough considering we're on the last lap of the Grand Prix. Got Chuck and Ass Tube here. This is to determine the final spot on the podium. Is Chuck going to go for the move now? It looks like he is. He's saving that battery for when he truly needs it, which is going to be coming out of this corner here. Out of turn 7. Gets it in. He's not got a good line. Oh, bit of contact there it seems. And it looks like, could Chuck walk away with this? We're looking back at Ass Tube here in the McLaren. They're both using everything they've got here in this final lap. Up the inside goes the McLaren of Ass Tube, but around the outside is Chuck going to manage to hold it off here. It doesn't look like it, but he's still going to try and keep that inside the line. Going up, Jake has came across the line to finish the Grand Prix, and it looks like Chuck is going to have to settle down into 4th position here. He's still going to be able to go for it. He's got one more corner that he could get it at. The final corner. Is he going to take the lunge? No, he's just going to settle down and accept that 4th position. Great showing there from Chuck and Ass Tube. Brilliant work there at Kadoy. Getting that 5th. J in 6th. Is Night Flash going to be able to get that 6th though? That is the question. If he could keep it under 19 seconds, he could steal away that 6th position from Jay, and he did manage to do that. So nicely done there from Night Flash to get that 6th position. Jay moving down into 7th. Lewis in 8th, but unlucky there at the end. Unfortunate what happened there. Got Dirty Zombie just coming through the hotel section. Ice One finishing in P9. Nice showing from them from being down at the back, to remember. I could be wrong. But anyway, nice drive from them. Sneaky Turtle, we'll find out if they're AI in just a moment, as it should, as soon as that just crosses the line. Yep, so I was right. Sneaky Turtle was AI, but unfortunate. So we've got ARL saying simply lovely. Aston saying good race, GG guys from Robbie. So good race there, it seems. So Let's have a quick look. We see the Ferraris taking the top 2 steps of the podium with Astube there, getting a well-deserved 3rd place there. Nicely done. So Jake in first, second for ARL, and we've got Astube in 3rd, Chuck 4th. Also, note to mention, Jake actually got the fastest lap of the race, so 125.272, so nicely done from them. Astube 3rd, Chuck 4th, then we've got Kadoy in 5th, 6th for Night Flash, Jay in 7th, but unfortunate with them penalties in the end did affect their finishing position. We've got Lewis in 8th, but unlucky in the end with that contact. With Kadoy and Jay unsure who was at fault there. Could find out later on. Ice One finishing in 9th. 10th for Dirty Zombie. 11th for Thatchers. Dr. Braden in 12th with Buckle finishing in 13th. Sneaky Turtle was AI for most of the race, so we won't count them. Angry Davey, Shoei and Trucker all did not finish the Grand Prix, so it's a bit unfortunate for them. So, tomorrow, I'm going to be live again. I'll be live again at 8 p.m. and that's going to be, let me see, that's going to be SRS Tier 2. Let's see, what's the track for next week? I'm blind, I was looking right at the calendar and I couldn't even see it. So let's see, it's going to be on the 23rd of March, it's going to be Mexico. So we're going to be at Mexico this weekend. Next week, we'll have a quick look and see what we're going to be at next week. Next week is going to be China. So we're at China this week in real life Formula 1. So next week in WWR, we're going to be at China there. So that's going to be a nice, fun one. So until next time, folks, if you enjoyed the content and want to see more, leave a like on the video. And if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. It does go a long way and lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content. So until next time, until tomorrow, it is peace out.